Good morning, it's Christine from Periwinkle Planner Co. It's been a long time. It's now 2026. January's already over, and I've been sick. I've been sick for a very long time, like 2.5 weeks or so. I've been meaning to get a video made of my 2026 planner lineup. I already have changed that, so I have a lot to talk about. So I guess let's get started. I did do a video previously in 2025 that I was going to use this new Citrine planner by Me and My Big Ideas, which is like the happy planner, what would you call that? Mothership, mother company. I had changed out the disc to metal discs and I had customized this. Well, not too long into January. Let's see if I can look over here and see when. January 10th, I changed my mind already. But I am still using this every day. I use this for my financial planner. It's not really a budget planner. I have a calendar in here, which I'll show you. It's basically the only calendar I'm using for planning because I like the big size of the A5. But I don't use it for planning weekly or daily. I just write my bills in here and I keep track of when they're paid and I keep track of all their information for the accounts, like passwords and all that kind of stuff and balances. It just works out for me to see what was paid the previous month and what I'm paying this month. I barely do any auto pays. I don't like the computer having control of when my bills get paid and when my money comes out of my account. So I keep track of all that and then I do all that manually just to make sure it's done correctly and there are no errors. So I can show you a little bit of this. I use this pocket for stickers and then some bills. I haven't even used this stencil. I made it all. I do have the dividers in here that came with the accessory pack. I labeled them purchases and expenses. I just keep receipts in this little pocket. And then my months here. I can show you how January turned out. I kept this in here. I did write some things down. And then this, I use the Erin Condren undated or dated. I think it's undated monthly planner. It's a petite planner. It's a bound book, and I just took it apart and then punched it and put it in here. And then I just use these that came with the planner to bookmark where the months are since there's no side tabs. So I just really decorated the heck out of these. And then I just wrote in my bills. I crossed the days off. I wrote, this is when I was sick. This is when I went to go see my daughter. So really I only had not even 2 full weeks in January that were normal, that were healthy and that normal things got done. And that was right after Christmas. So, had to recoup from that. So yeah, it's been a whirlwind month. And then we are now already into February. So I have that decorated here for February with my stickers that I have made previously that are in my shop and just like red pen. And I wrote my bills in and now you guys are looking at all my bills. Yes, a lot of bills. Anyway, so then I have this set up, this will be March. This is what it looks like, I think. And I put all these stickers. Yeah, it is undated because I put all those number stickers in. One side is checking, one side is savings, and then I have them for our several accounts that we have. And I just do that on a almost daily basis, checking our balances and moving money around and that kind of thing. And then behind that, I have a section of my bills go in here so I can keep track of them. And then I, like mark them off if they've been paid or not. And so that I can look through here and know what's going on. Can't show you that. And then I just have, this tab just says inspiration. I had some notes in here of a farm stand I wanted to check out, and that's all I did in this one. I think I used all the paper basically for other stuff. And then these were the old, this is the calendar tab. These were the ones that came with it. And I had filled those out and just kept these pages in, but again, didn't use them. And then I don't know if I kept the first week of January in here or not, or first couple weeks here's the other months I need to fill out. It was just a mess. My brain does not look at a week like this. I need a daily planner. So I'll show you in a minute what I decided to use instead of this. But like I said, I'm still liking this for bills, and I still like the size, and I still like the cover, and, you know, keeping things contained. So there's like nothing else in here. It's just all blank. I was going to try out doing a vertical in here. It would have fit just fine and it would have worked, but again, I like a daily planner instead of a weekly planner, so I chose to do this instead. And I don't like how this turned. It's really difficult to turn, and that was really bugging me. So I just took some paper, and I actually took the half sheet from the classic size, the skinny classic size, and I took a sheet of that note paper. I don't know if I have a blank one in here. Yeah, it has the bottom on it, which is, hold on, I saved all those too. So it you know, it fits with the 9 discs here, but I just chopped it off between the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, between the 6th and the 7th disc to make this size. It's a 6 disc planner. It's not even as big as a mini. It's only 6 discs. And what I was doing with this, I just chopped on a cover I had made too, so that it would fit. I put a little calendar in here, but since I had the other one, I didn't really need to use this one. And then I would just write the date on here, the weather, what my dinner was, and then the things I had to get done that day. And then I would just have this sit like this on my desk for each day. You know, it was easy enough just to turn it and have it just sit there, and then I could have this checklist and get these things done, and it just worked out great. I wasn't decorating except for my weather sticker, but then I made some stickers, so I was using some in here. This is when I went away to see my daughter, so I didn't use it that weekend, I should say. And then I, you know, just went back to messily using it. And then I got sick, so I think I still did write things down when I was sick, but not really. Yeah, I guess I did. Now that was last Monday. Yeah, things I wanted to get done, but, you know, again, I didn't do much because I was sick. And now this is today, and there's a lot of things I need to get done. So I was doing this and just having this sit on my desk, and it was working so well instead of using this, because I felt like I couldn't like have this sit out. You know, if I did it to fold this back on itself, it was not going to happen. And it was just too big to have this sit at my desk and be open. So I chose to do this, but I had this little A6 TN Traveler's Notebook. It's not the Traveler's Notebook brand, it's just off of Amazon, that I had bought, and I had made this little A6 size notebook, just a dot grade notebook, and I was journaling in here. And I really like this size well, and so you'll see what I'm starting to use tomorrow, since tomorrow's Monday of the first Monday of the month of February. Yeah, so I'll show you my new setup in a minute, but I made this cute little book. And I really enjoyed journaling in here every day. I wrote some of my goals down for the month. I did have a calendar in here, and I was just writing moods down until I got sick. And then this was just something that had been in, that I had made. When I made this back in 2025, I wasn't sure. I thought I was going to use this as a planner. I didn't even have the A5 yet, so it still has some planner aspects like the calendar, and then this was the monthly tasks, and then it had sales and laundry, things like 2 trackers that I was keeping track of. And I was going to do a weekly and then the dailies, but when you're journaling, you really don't need the weekly, so that was all set up for me already, so I couldn't really change it. So then I just went on from there, and then did all my journaling and put stickers in here and colored in here, and put in a little bit of ephemera. This was already set up too, so the second week I didn't use it, and see, I said stop doing this page. So after this, I didn't do it. I was just doing a lot of journaling, but this is like a fair amount size. Usually it's perfect. I usually don't want to go more, and if I want to go more, I do have a bigger journal that I could write more if I wanted to, but this had been working out pretty well. And I was just making some stickers and liking, you know, putting them in here. I even was writing sideways if I needed to be. I tried a little watercolor in here. Yeah, so this was really working really well. And I did it every single day, even when I was sick. This, I tried more watercolor and this didn't like go so well. Like this page is absolutely awful, but you know, you try it and then you move on to the next day. So then I was just doing watercolor down here and I liked it. So, you know, this day I didn't go all the way to the bottom because I was sick, but you know, here I just did some dots and just some little doodles and yeah, I mean, I kept up with it and I loved it and I like how it looks and I enjoy writing in it. And then this was today, my last day in here. And then I just did a little January recap. I stuck I had a tissue box that had these cute designs on it. So I cut that out and just some stickers. And of course I was sick most of the month and, you know, just wrote some highlights down. And then I pretty much made this thing work out right because it only has a couple pages left. So then I can just take this out and file it away for January. I've got 2026. I should write January on here. So I was going to do this for every month and then they bind it together. Who knows? I could still go back to this, but I did end up buying something. For Christmas, I did get all the tools to make my own little books. I got a stapler to do the stapling, and I got a what's it called, an industrial size cutter, and I have my coil binder, but I still keep buying books. It's so hard to see people using them because when I was sick, I watched a lot of YouTube videos. And yeah, so they influenced me. But I had 3 books in here. I had just a little notebook that I got at Daiso that I decorated, and I was just doing like brain dumps in here and like some quotes, my horoscope for 2026. You can see I'm still at a loss for words, being my brain's not all there. Wrote down some measurement sizes. I wrote some other, I was doing some self-awareness kind of research, so I was taking notes on that. And I only got this far in here, but I was going to keep using this notebook for like kind of a commonplace kind of notebook. And then while I was doing that, I got into some other journaling types of things. These are private, so I'm not going to show you this. So this notebook came with this cover from Amazon, and so I started using this just for other journaling in here. But this led me to, let me grab them, to these 2 books. This is A5 size. Oh, goodness, sorry. This is A5 size, and I thought this was small at first, but then I really liked it. And then I heard of a planner called, well, wait, let's go to this one first. So then I was hearing about Midori paper, and so I bought this little grid notebook, Midori paper, that I'm going to continue journaling in. Tomorrow it will start. I already labeled it. Oh, actually I did today. I guess I was supposed to start today, but I did do today in here too. So, I guess I'll be doing more journaling today. Maybe I'll journal about this filming. But anyway, I'm just going to journal like I did in here, and see how far this takes me. I forgot how many pages are in here. I just wanted to try out this paper. It's not like super thin like the Tomoe, you know, the Hobonichi paper. But it's supposed to be really nice to write on, so I wanted to try that. I did decorate it a little bit, and I'm planning on using that. It does have a bookmark, which is nice. It doesn't have a closure. I don't know. I kind of want to put it in here, but I don't know if it will fit with this planner that I got. Now this is, it's called the Chronicle Planner by Faded Chronicle. And I do like it, but I actually think I like the Scribbles planner that I used in 2025 better. I like the quality of that one better. I like the font of that one better, but I don't think she had the one I needed, or I was going back between sizes. But I wanted to try this one because I saw that people had this one, and I like that it's got the closure on it, even though I had to re-glue the back because that was coming off. This is a pocket size, so this is A6, and this is even smaller pocket size. Now, I know that I have the month in here, so I don't really need a monthly because I'm going to keep using it in here because the main things I put on my monthly calendar, besides if I have appointments, which is very rarely, are bills. So this is going to, you know, if they're bills, it might as well be my bill planner, right? So I'll just need to look at that when I do my weekly planning to see what bills are due. So I'm going to just use the month in here. I guess more, maybe more for events. I haven't decided if I'm going to stick regular stickers in here yet. I did make some washi stickers because I'm trying not to bulk this up too crazy, like how my scribbles got bulked up. So I got washi sticker paper for Christmas, so I wanted to try that out. So I did that, but reducing my stickers, my daily stickers, these ones, which are nice and crisp this size, I reduced them to fit in here, and it made them all blurry. I don't know if it's because of the setting I changed on my printer, because I printed it on photo paper, because the washi paper was kind of shiny, so I thought I had to use photo paper instead of printer paper. That could be what did it, but I made some and I have to use them because the washi sticker paper is expensive, so I just decided to use them. And like I said, I did put January in here. This is only a 6-month planner too, so I'm going to try this out for the first 6 months, and since I already, you know, the first 6 months are January, so I didn't want to leave January out, so I just put the month of January in here. I'm not going to do the dailies, and that's another thing I don't like about this planner is they have all the months like this together. I like it when it's the month and then the week and the day together and then the next month. So that's another thing that Scribbles has that, where this one doesn't. Scribbles is a Monday start. This was undated, so I got to do my Sunday start in the months. So I don't know. I'm just going to try this for 6 months and then see where I go from there. I may make my own planner by then. But this paper's really thin, and I really like this too. Back to this, which was in the Aura Estelle that I used, was this paper's like this. This is back to the, I can't say that. I'll put it on the screen. Tomoe River. I don't know how you say it. I'm just not good at pronouncing things. But this is that paper again, and this is actually thinner than the one that I had in my Aurora Estelle. That one was 58 GSM. This one is 52. So I'm liking being back in that too. But I'm going to try this out doing, you know, the month in here. And I don't even think these pages in the front are just way too small to even try. And, yeah, I mean, look at these columns. They're as big as my finger. To even use them, there's no way. So I'm not even going to use those. I'm probably going to use this list. I think I started it February, what's going on for February. I did decorate February. So I think I am going to decorate in here. I'll probably go back and put some snowflakes on January just to make it be complete. But I did start this. I'm not going to write my bills in here because, again, I have my bills in there. But obviously on the day of the week, I'm going to, or the weekly. This isn't even a weekly planner. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so this is what it does. It's blank again. It's got these 8 boxes across on top. And I think I'm going to write my dinner in there. And then it's got the 8 boxes here. So I'm just going to write down if I have bills to pay, and then like the main things I do on those days, you know, like garbage day, and when I change my sheets, when I change my towels, you know, cleaning, grooming of Mac, you know, that's happens every week, so that's got to go on here too. I have my last medication dose on that day, and then I just was putting here things that I need that are upcoming this week, that I need to get done this week, kind of using it for that. And then this is just going to be a daily thing. So it comes with 8 pages in between these weekly things. So this one I'm just going to use, I don't know. I don't even know if I'm going to use this as a brain dump because I do have that in here. I may do that. I may not, but I'm just going to use this and write my lists that I've been doing on here. The weather, the dinner, and then the lists. Dinner I may not even if it's here, but if there's prep I have to do for dinner, then of course I'll put it here. So, you know, that kind of thing. So I just went through and stuck all the stickers on. See, and this is the blank, and then the next week. So I figure I'm going to probably have to clip this. I mean, for now I could actually turn this back maybe and do this. No, it's not going to work. But I can put this too on the day like this, you know, have it sit there, and I can always clip this with something over here and, you know, keep this side by itself kind of thing. This imprint's kind of the same size as this imprint. It would be the same if I turned it that way, you know. So, I mean, I could even use this way too if I wanted to write, you know, either way, because it's blank inside. But this is what I am going to try now for the rest of 2020. Well, I shouldn't say that. Through the next 6 months of 2026, I'm going to use this, and I'm going to use this. I just have to decide if I'm putting it in here, which I think it will fit. I just didn't want to do it until I did this video. So, as far as me saying back in 2025 that I was going to make new inserts for here, I still may do that. It's just not in the forefront of the things, my priorities of what I want to do right now. So I haven't done it. And I don't know if I like discbound anymore. I don't like this clunkiness here. So I don't know. I'm in my bound book era, I guess. And I did enjoy making this, but I also wanted to try this out. It could be as much as I like this paper, and I just have to find a source for different paper. This paper this dot grid paper that I bought is very thick. So, thick and smooth, and it's not exactly what I want. I do have old Erin Condren notebooks that I bought to cut down and turn into these two, so I have that choice. But I don't know. I'm just liking, you know, like this is my whole, oops. This is my whole planning ecosystem just right here. This, and then, you know, this is my on the shelf kind of thing. I don't use this every day. I like this, and if I want to bring this with me anywhere I can. I did get this really cute little, let me grab it here. Little cute travel paint set from my daughter for Christmas. So, you know, you have this, and then you have this, and then you can watercolor in there too. So that's been fun. She even got it engraved with my name. So that's been fun. And then making the stickers. I really like that washi paper, but like I said, very expensive. So that's going to be just a me thing for now. So I guess that is it. So until next time, bye-bye.
Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to be notified every single time that we upload. Bye. We'll see you in the next one.